welcome to another tabletop TBR game where I use my created TBR game to pick the books that I'm going to read for that month. This month we're going to be doing for June. Last month in May was not super successful. I only read 3 books in the entire month. I know, that's crazy. Usually I read a lot more than this, but it's a pretty busy time in my life right now. So even though I should be getting a punishment this month, I'm actually just going to save it. We're not going to worry about punishments this month or even next month. We'll probably resume that in August or September. September is my birthday month though, so we'll see. We'll see. If you have any ideas on what I should do for not having completed my TBR, I am at least 2 books down. I had 5 books. I've read 3 of them. One of them technically wasn't one of my TBR picks, but I think I'm gonna count it. I'm just gonna, you know, swap out one prompt for another. We're going with it. But if you have any suggestions, do let me know in the comment section down below, because I don't think we've actually ever really failed as bad as I have this time, which is okay. It's supposed to be fun. So if you are playing along and you find yourself in a similar road, don't worry, do whatever you want. You can ignore punishments, you can do whatever you want. It's supposed to be fun. If you're playing with somebody else, just make sure everybody agrees on what the rules are. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the tallying of points and jump into the gameplay. Time to do the tracking. I only read 1, 2, 3. One of them was a DNF. I got 164 pages into it, and I'm being nice to myself, so I'm gonna count it. So we read 3 books. Pages, we ended up reading 1,923 pages. Most of that was a rollover from last month, but that only gives us 1 point anyway. We did have 1 board point from last month, and then the game card points that I have would be reading a subscription box book and then reading a book out of my comfort zone. So that's 2 points here, which means 3 points for game card and board points. We Ride Upon Sticks was my book out of my comfort zone, and Ninth House was the book box subscription book. And then I do have an optional bonus point. Memoirs of a Geisha is a reread, which I started counting for bonus points. So we have 1 here. I do not believe we're even close to any milestones, so I should be at 0 milestones for this month, which means our points is 8 total, which is the lowest that we've gotten so far. Last month we had the highest. Hopefully we can redeem ourselves this month, but we will see how it goes. That being said, I can now mark off these 8 points. 1, let's pull that. Okay, so if I read a book from a different country, that will give me a bonus point. 2, 3, 4. The next one is paranormal, again this round. 5, 6, 7. Okay, then I have a treat yourself, buy a new book, which I'm not doing until after the move, so yay! And then the last point for this one, 8. All right, let's go. Finally remembered to do this at the beginning. So I got another move plus 2 spaces, and let's do our first roll. All right, so we start off with a 3. 1, 2, 3. First prompt, book with a name in the title. Okay, so for our first prompt, I got a book with a name or title in the title, and I decided to go with Sadie by Courtney Summers. And this, I believe, is like a mystery, horror, thriller type thing. I don't know if it's super horror-ish, but it does say, when a popular radio personality, Wes McCrae, receives a desperate phone call from a stranger imploring him to find 19-year-old runaway Sadie Hunter, he's not too convinced there's a story there. Girls go missing all the time. Sadie has no idea that her story will soon become the subject of a blockbuster podcast. She just wants revenge. Armed with a switchblade, Sadie follows a meager set of clues, hoping they'll lead to the man who took Maddie's life. Okay, not what I was expecting, but sounds like it's gonna be a wild ride. Okay. Next roll, is a 2. 1, 2. A book no one is talking about. All right, for the next prompt, a book no one is talking about. I kind of cheated a little bit with this one. I'm going with Wife of the Gods by Quay Quarty, and this one is a detective murder mystery-esque type story. I did hear about this, I think, last year, and I haven't really heard anybody else talk about it, so I'm kind of considering it something that people aren't really, they aren't. I heard it once and was like, that sounds interesting. I ended up getting it. I wasn't able to read it for what it was intended originally. So I'm gonna try and see if I can read it now, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. Next roll, another 3. 1, 2, 3. We're missing all of the things. I kind of think I might want to use some of my move spaces, but we'll see. Okay, a book with an illustrated cover. All right, for the next prompt, an illustrated cover. I am a big fan of illustration art. I'm an artist, so this is just a fun, indulgent one, and I decided to go with Sweet Hand by N.G. Peltier. This one is a romance. The cover, baby, is gorgeous. I love the art. I'm really excited to see what it's about. I don't actually think I have access to an audiobook for this, so hopefully I'll manage to fit it in. Yeah, because I really want to read it. So we will see how it goes. Next roll, a 1. I don't actually want to do the mystery mug this month, so I'm going to use my +1 space. Actually, you know what? Let's do the move +2 spaces. So this is the roll, and then 1, 2. I am getting a lot of bonus point options today. Okay, is another 1. Ooh, a Kindle book. For the next prompt, we ended up getting a Kindle book. I don't know. The prompts are against me. They want me to physically read a lot of stuff today. I guess I kind of ruined that with the last pick. This is my Kindle, by the way. But for my Kindle pick, I'm gonna go with The Haunting of Ashburn House. I think it's like a ghost story, I believe. And I've been wanting to read this for a while. I love spooky stuff, so this is right up my alley. So picking this one. Okay, next roll is a 3. 1, 2, and 3. And this, I believe, is our last one, which is a standalone. All right, and for the last one, standalone, I am gonna go with The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. And this is, I'm assuming, a horror slasher type book of these girls who survived horrific situations, and they were the last survivor of those situations, who are now, as far as I'm aware, being hunted down one by one, and they're trying to figure out who is after them and, you know, save themselves and yada yada yada. So I've heard mixed things about this, but I am still really interested in it, and hopefully I will enjoy it. All right, and now it's time for me to figure out if I can use these bonus points. So for paranormal, I ended up picking the Kindle book to work with paranormal prompt, so I should get a additional point if I complete that this month. For set in a different country, I ended up picking The Wife of the Gods, so again, another bonus point if I complete this as well. Gotta catch up, gotta catch up. And then for a book with a red cover, I am cheating, okay? And I'm going to use The Final Girl Support Group because there is this red chair on the cover. It's red, it's the cover, it works. Even though it's mostly black. We're going with it. We are going with it. I need the points. So hopefully I will complete these and try and catch up a little bit. And then I figured it would be good to share some of the other books that I hope to read this month. I do still need to read the last POC book club pick, which was from March. We are very behind. I am not doing these next couple of months. We're taking a break. We'll be picking up probably in like September or October. We'll see, but I'm gonna try and read Fat Chance Charlie Vega and schedule a live show sometime in the next couple of weeks. I still want to read How It Went Down and Light It Up. For the Books in Lala's Buzzwordathon pick, this is last month's, and then for this month, I have the Kindle book all the feels, which I am picking for the June prompt of a book with the word all in the title. And then lastly, depending on what the library allows me to keep, I am hoping to read the books that I checked out still. I'll probably read this one if I'm able to keep it because I do have the audiobook for it. Unfortunately, the rest of them I haven't been able to get my hands on the audiobooks, so I might not be able to read them before I have to return them and or before I have to move, so I might have to check them out again in the future to read them because I am excited for all of them. All right, and that is it for this month's TBR. I am really excited and really nervous. I am going to be moving this month. I am hoping that I'm going to be sharing with the weekly vlogs. I do try to read in all of my vlogs, but it didn't work out that way because I just wasn't reading like I was supposed to. So hopefully this month we're going to have more reading in each of the vlogs each week, in addition to packing and moving content, because that is what is going to be the big focus of this month. As usual, if you are interested in playing along, I will have a link to the game that you can purchase and play immediately, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the game if you are playing along. It always makes me happy to hear that people are enjoying it. It is still a work in progress in some areas, and I do update them at no extra charge for everybody who has already purchased or downloaded it. I think that's it for now. If you made it this far, be sure to include this emoji. Thank you for being amazing. If you want more book content, you can check out some videos here. You can check out my vlogs and reading vlogs here, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, bye!